This used to be one of my favorite foundations and then it disappeared overnight and now it's back, but it looks like this. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be testing out the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. Now I'm a little bit confused because I'm not sure if this has just been repackaged or if it's an entirely new formula. I used to absolutely love this foundation. It's a really natural finish, lightweight on the skin, but it actually lasted on my oily skin all day. But then yeah, it randomly disappeared. It was on sale on the Beauty Blender website for a really long time. It disappeared from all the Sephora stores. And then I was just in Sephora the other day and I saw it, but it looks like this now. So what I'm gonna do, oh, see now it says it's got hyaluronic acid and white birch extract. They must have slightly reformulated it as well as changing the packaging. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm so happy that they changed the packaging. This was an absolute nightmare. You used to have to like click this little thing down. It would squirt the foundation out into this little dish. And then you were supposed to use like a blending sponge to apply it. It just made a hot mess all the time. Hated it, hated it, hated it. Made do because I loved the foundation so much. Like I didn't care because I was like, I will go through rings of fire to use this because it just worked so well on my oily skin. But yeah, let's test out the new formula and see, pray that it's just as good as it used to be. So I've just got the website up so I can give you guys a little bit of a rundown. It is a weightless, buildable, full coverage foundation that gives you a natural matte finish on the skin. It's meant to be bare skin feel, 24-hour wear, silky smooth formula with Hyper Whip. It's got something in it, I don't know, called Hyper Whip. It's basically meant to be like a whipped formula that makes blending out really easy. Gorgeous radiant finish, healthy looking skin. It's loaded with hyaluronic acid and antioxidants, 40 different shades, and it's free of sulfates, parabens, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I picked this up when I was in Sephora the other day. Let's try her out. Now I'm prepping my skin today with our Nikkia Joy Cosmetics Matte Base Primer, of course. I absolutely love this formula. It actually activates on the skin and mattifies and blurs pores and smooths the skin, but without being like, you know how a lot of mattifying formulas, like mattifying primers, they feel really like tight and awful and powdery, and this one does not. It kind of feels like a moisturizer, but when you apply it, you'll feel it activate on the skin. It's really cool. It's got kaolin clay in it, like we absolutely love. Oh, also my hair is wet now because I'm actually going to be filming some holiday hairstyles, which I'm really excited for. So when I come back later, once my makeup's all done and the check-ins are all done, my hair will probably look different, but don't worry, it's the same day. It'll just be different hair. So when you purchase this one, it comes in this cute little pink and silver box. I picked it up at Sephora. Actually, let me grab my receipt. In Australia, a tube of this sets you back $47. The new packaging is way nicer. It's a little squeeze tube. You can see the color of the foundation. And then when you take off the lid, it's just a little squeeze applicator. So much easier, so much better. I think that with this, they just got a little bit too excited, a little too carried away, wanting to do something like, you know, new, revolutionary in the market, and it just didn't work. And also for shade reference, and I actually had quite a hard time picking shades while I was in there. I've got 3.6W tan golden. Oh, but it does look kind of a little bit fair. It may oxidize down a little. Oh my God, coverage. What? Are you guys seeing this? The coverage of this foundation is actually kind of wild. I didn't expect it to be that full of coverage. Like I remember it being quite more of like a natural sort of looking formula, but maybe they've upped the ante with the coverage. This one is supposed to be a buildable formula as well. I would say it's layering beautifully onto my skin. You can see though, and hopefully it's showing it up on camera, this shade is a little too fair for me because the skin where it's not applied, and certainly like the skin on my neck and everything, is a little bit deeper than the foundation itself. But I will say it looks absolutely beautiful on my skin. Like it's very smoothing. It's very flawless. I am not mad about this at all. I also do actually think that it is drying down slightly darker on the skin, and it's blending out pretty like flawlessly now, which is really, really exciting. I feel like I've always got this thing of picking up the wrong shade and then I have to go back and it's like this whole thing. This one's looking pretty good. So I'm going back in with a tiny little bit more. Honestly, this is more than enough to do my whole face because the coverage is so much. It does feel really lightweight on the skin. I know a lot of you are probably going to say, why didn't you do a side-by-side comparison wear test? This is well and truly expired. I have had this for so many years. It wouldn't be an accurate side-by-side wear test because this formula will no longer perform how it used to. I do remember though. I do remember how much I used to love it. I do remember how obsessed with it I was, and it just was like So natural, but so long wearing. Oh, Brandon just sneezed downstairs. That sounded really cute. It actually may be potentially a little dry looking on the skin when it's first applied. I'll zoom you guys in a second. And it is like a matte finish sort of formula, so you will get that. But I do feel like maybe because it's dried down so matte, it might be emphasizing texture a little just around my mouth here. Sometimes that does happen with foundations with me, but then my oils come through. You know, they arrive, the Hogwarts Express arrives, and then, you know, everything sort of settles down and melts into the skin more. But yeah, maybe it's looking a little more textured. All right, I'm really happy with the coverage. I don't actually feel like, you know, I needed to layer it at all. I feel like a very small amount of this formula goes a really long way in terms of coverage. It's definitely dried down to a matte finish. Like, my skin doesn't actually feel sticky at all. I would say overall it looks quite nice. Here's my skin close up. What do you guys think of how it is sitting? I feel like it looks quite good. Like, I feel like it's, yeah, overall, mostly quite flattering. Like, mostly it's not really settling anywhere. It's just like a tiny little bit, I don't know, maybe just here. Like, do you feel like my pores look a little bit bigger there? I can't tell, you know, if I'm just imagining it. But yeah, overall, not bad. Not bad at all. I feel like it is definitely different to the original. I feel like the original was less full coverage and had maybe more of like a satin kind of a finish. Like, this one is definitely quite matte. But I'll go ahead and I'll do the rest of my makeup off camera and I'll come back and then we'll see what it's looking like then. All right, we're back with the rest of the makeup on, and I gotta say now, everything is actually looking really nice. It feels incredibly lightweight on the skin. It's reminding me now of the original formula. Basically a foundation that you can't tell that you're wearing, which I'm, you know, definitely all about. I do still feel like there's a tiny little bit of dryness and a tiny little bit of texture kind of happening, but we'll see how that goes and how that settles as my oils come through during the day. But overall, I feel like it looks really smooth, really flawless. I feel like the color's looking quite good now, which is definitely a thumbs up. Overall, I'm not mad. Here is my skin up close. Like, I just feel like it's doing what it's supposed to, basically. Other than, like, maybe, I don't know, hopefully, I always, like, really hope that things actually do translate through the camera, but sometimes they don't, so fingers crossed you can see it. I do feel like, you know, maybe just here, like, the skin just looks a little dehydrated almost, but my cheeks look incredibly smooth. My forehead looks really smooth. My nose looks good. Everywhere else looks perfect. It definitely doesn't emphasize texture. Overall, I'm quite happy with how this is going, but obviously things can change very rapidly, and especially as we do a wear test. So I'm going to come back. I am actually about to do my hair. So maybe I'll come back in about 4 hours because I'm going to be sitting under like my Dyson Airwrap. So it'll be getting hot and spicy. But yeah, we'll see how it holds up in like quite a warm environment. All right, guys, so I've officially had this foundation on my face for 6 hours now. Oh my gosh, I've been sitting under a hairdryer for like the last hour. It is hot in here. It is sweaty in here. Like, I feel like I need to reapply deodorant, to be completely honest. My face looks perfect. I have no shine through the T-zone. And now that those oils have started to come through, the foundation is looking really smooth. It's sitting really smoothly on the skin. I'm not seeing that same texture that I saw earlier. Like, I feel like it actually looks really nice now. Yeah, everything just looks settled and I just feel like it looks really good. Let me zoom you in. I will say as well, it still feels incredibly lightweight. Like, it does not in any way feel like I'm wearing a full coverage foundation. It truly just looks beautiful. And I don't feel like it's really oxidized at all. Like, I feel like since the dry down color change, I feel like it stayed really consistent as far as the color goes on my skin too. But here's like the chin where we had those issues before. See how like my oils coming through they've settled it out and they've just really melted it into the skin. Like, yeah, I'm really happy. I think that it looks absolutely great. So I'm going to keep wearing this. I've got a bunch more filming to do. We'll cook dinner and stuff, and then I'll come back later tonight. And fingers crossed it's still looking this good, because if it is, we are on to a winner. All right, guys, so we are back. We've officially had the foundation on for 12 hours now, and I got to tell you, I am very impressed. I definitely think that the new one is very similar in performance to the original. It is incredibly lightweight on the skin. As you can see looking at my face right now, how good are the oils? Like, I've had this on for 12 hours. I've been underneath the hairdryer. It was 33 degrees Celsius outside today. Like, I've been hot, I've been sweaty, I've been running around, I've been running errands. My foundation looks incredible. I do have a little bit of oil through the T-zone. You can sort of see it like on my forehead here. Little bit down either side of my nose, and like maybe like a little around the chin. But as always with these foundation review videos, I have not touched up this makeup even once. This is untouched and exactly what it was like this morning when I first applied the foundation. And on like a normal day of wear, I would typically touch up my foundation at least once, probably in the afternoon. But with these tests, like I really like to put them through their paces so that we know exactly how they're going to perform under like the worst conditions. And I gotta say, Beauty Blender Bounce is holding up incredibly well. I feel like everything still looks really smooth on my skin. It does have like a really nice glow to it now, but it's not super shiny. I don't feel like I look sweaty, and it doesn't feel heavy on my skin. Like a lot of foundations, especially when you wear them for a long time, when you've got an oily skin type, by the end of the day, you feel like you could like actually scrape them off your face. It still doesn't really feel like I'm even wearing a foundation. Like it is that lightweight and sort of airy feeling. Coverage is still incredible. I haven't had any foundation, transfer off, and I've definitely been touching my face. I've swapped tops multiple times, probably bumped my nose multiple times, and I don't even have any like redness or foundation missing from my nose. Honestly, I've got very little bad things to say about this. I'll zoom you in. Like, I just feel like it looks really good. Like, I'm really happy with this. I do also feel like that texture that I had sort of happening around my mouth is all completely gone now. Everything is just really melted into the skin and settled into the skin. I honestly think it looks beautiful. I also don't really feel like I could continue wearing this without touching up, but let's do a quick touch up so that we can have like a comparison. So I'm of course going to be touching up with our Nikkia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder. This is actually one of my original lab samples. Isn't that so funny? Here's actually maybe something that might be interesting for you guys to learn about. See how this one, the logo is sort of like half missing and it's covered in like lots of scratches? This is only one coat of, I think it's called like UV glaze or something. Brandon is incredible. He's so fussy about the packaging, and I'm so fussy about the packaging. We actually take the original packaging samples and we test them. I put them in my makeup bag. I put them in my handbag. I knock them around. I use them for months and months and months because we need to figure out how many layers and how many like layers of printing and stuff has to go on these so that the printing stays perfect and that they stay perfectly glossy all of the time. This one failed the test. I don't know, I just thought you guys might find that interesting. So taking one of our perfecting paths, I'm going to go straight into that powder and we're going to touch up and we're going to see how she looks. Oh, okay. It looks stunning when touched up. Beauty Blender. That is lovely. Okay, here is my skin with a touch up using the powder. And here's my skin without, oh, hang on, let me move this for you. Here's my skin without a touch up. So, I mean, this side's honestly fine. This side, however, looks incredible. Like, it just looks so smooth, so velvety. I mean, velvet finishing powder, obviously. But yeah, it doesn't transfer off when you touch it up. It doesn't get cakey. It doesn't form texture. She's beautiful. I am so excited about this because I was devastated when they discontinued it originally. I used to wear this foundation all the time and I hate it when they discontinue products that are your favorites. Like, it just cuts like a knife. So overall verdict on the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation in the new packaging. I love it. I love the packaging. I love the formula. I love how long it lasts on the skin. Old packaging, didn't like it. New packaging, love it. And the formula is just as good. So if you're an oily skin type and you're looking for coverage, but you're looking for something that's also really lightweight, I can absolutely recommend this one to you. It's really good. All right, that is it for another foundation review, guys. I do have a review on the House Labs, the Lady Gaga foundation, coming soon. But if there are any other foundations that you want to see a review of, please let me know. I love you guys heaps. I hope you're having a great day and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye.